What's up, dudes? It's Thursday. We're not usually live, but I missed yesterday's pump, so I thought I owed you guys a stream. We're back, baby. Smash the likes and subscribes. I forgot my sunglasses because I wanted to remind you guys I am a human. I'm a person. But mostly, I'm sunglasses. So let's get into charts. Let's get into shades. Good to see you guys. How you feeling? How you feeling? How you doing? What's going on? What's happening, Papa? Anyway, not much, man. Bitcoin making a move here, retracing today, still looking good. Man, I really wish I would have streamed yesterday. I had an eye doctor's appointment. Still got 2020. I guess these guys are doing their job. Right on. Shout out to our sponsors, 𝐂𝐴lgo and Meta Signals. 𝐂𝐴lgo, you can get a free 1 month risk-free trial just by using my link there. What do you got to lose? Meta Signals actually is coming to our Discord later today. We will have our bot integration. You'll be seeing some free Meta Signals alerts just by being in there. So jump in the Discord, guys. It's a good place to be. You know, I actually saw someone else's video today, and I thought it was a really interesting thing to point out. So I want to shout out Eric Crown. Guy's got a handsome name as well. Also in on Meta Signals. He's one of the people who got me into it. He made a video about this, and I wanted to share it with you guys. Credit to him where credit is due. But I thought it was interesting. I thought it was worth sharing. So let's throw this up here. You might have noticed this on the thumbnail. Basically, what these boxes are is Monday to Sunday trading. And he pointed out something interesting that I went and checked and realized it's true. So since our high at 40, look at me, where am I, 2020? Since our high at 74, 75K, every Monday open to the week has started with a high. Intra-week, meaning from Monday into that Sunday, we have not seen a candle close above that Monday high. In stocks, I think this is called Monday Open. This is something that people do look for in traditional markets. I haven't really ever looked for it on Bitcoin, but I thought it would be interesting just to share with you guys. So here are the weeks. The little gap in between is Sunday into Monday for each of them. Each of these boxes starts at the high of Monday. So we can see back in March, 69K, failed to close a daily higher. Next Monday, we saw a rally. The 25th of March, failed to close a daily candle higher than that Monday close, or Monday swing high. Into April, same thing. April 9th, same thing. 72 down all the way to 60, failing to close higher. Now, this is a downtrend. I don't think anyone needs to be reminded of that. That's pretty obvious here just looking at the chart. I just saw a subscriber. What's up, Deepak Chandra, my guy, and Jude McSherry. Good to see it, guys. Keep subscribing. Join our fam. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks in a row. We saw this exact pattern. Think about this just kind of abstractly, right? Each week, if you kind of isolate it into a trading range, we have seen 8 of these weeks in a row fail to break that Monday high. Now, here's where it gets spicy, and this is the clickbait big signal for Bitcoin. Is it a big signal? I don't know, but it was worth clickbaiting about. So this is actually pretty exciting for me, at least being a chart nerd. Our high on Monday, let me see actually, 63.5. We have closed a candle for the first time in 8 weeks above Monday's high. Yesterday on the pump that I missed at the doctor's, I'm sad. We got quite a nice little candle here, 7.65%. That gave us the first close intra-week above Monday's high. Pretty good stuff. Now today we have seen a higher high versus yesterday, but in front of you is a red candle. What are we seeing? Have we painted a dead cat bounce? Is this the beginning of an uptrend? What do you guys think in chat? I'm going to pull that up in just a sec. I don't have a lot to say about this. I just want to get through it. Here we go. I would argue this is the start of an uptrend. However, I think it is going to come down to what we see into the end of the week. Now, we have a low down at 56.5 on the 1st of May. This is May's open. Basically down at 56.5. We've climbed up to 67-ish thousand in the first week of May, up only to 65, and then painted a higher low holding that 60,000. Good. yesterday and today brought us to a higher high. So what we have here is in what is arguably a greater downtrend. We had a low. We had a lower high. We had a lower low. Downtrend. We now have an uptrend. So both arguments of dead cat bounce and this is a real uptrend are valid. Time is going to tell which is real, which is the right answer. But in the moment, we do have a significant higher low. So what do we need to look for into this week, into next week? Well, I think it's easy enough to say, well, we don't want to go below our low, right? We don't want to go down to 56.7. Likely any testing of that area is going to lead to lower prices, probably into the low 50s. Who knows, right? This would be the logical place. Pretty much everyone's looking 52K down to 50. I think there's a lot of confluence there that would support that. However, I'm going to stick with the optimism and what we're seeing more recently. Zoomed in, our higher low that we saw, I believe, that was that Friday? I think we streamed that. 60,000 is holding, and this is going to be where we don't want price to go lower, to sustain an uptrend and to encourage further upside price action. We're going to be looking for obviously higher highs here today or into this week, but in my opinion, more importantly, holding our lows. So looking at our daily candles, where can we go? Let's throw up our fib. Let's use our candles. Let's see what we got here. Not the most comforting. I would have liked to see Monday and Tuesday's candle closes be a little lower so that 618 would have overlapped with them. But we do have some levels here that are going to give us confidence if we do see them tested. So right here, 63.4, that's going to be our 0.5 retrace. This would be honestly ideal for this uptrend to stay intact. Holding 63.4, 63.5. Bouncing from a 0.5 retrace, or roughly half the way it's moved from low to high, is called a bullish 5-0. In a bullish 5-0, you typically do look for price to return to and break its highs. That's a very bullish signal. Now, it's a little spooky here. We have 67.2 as our closest local high right here. This would be a logical place to look for a bounce, but that might not be enough to get us out of this muck. Ideally, we want to go back to our range highs and to the price that I never seem to shut up about. Where are we here? 71.2, 71.2, 71.3. Where is it? It's from the monthly. Man, I was so organized until just this second. I got thrown off guard. There we go. 71.3. This is where I am looking for this price action to move to. We've been looking for it for a while. I will call myself out there. Hasn't happened, but this is a very high probability, in my opinion, to see price move to, regardless of the next move. Even getting back to 71.2. I got to get these prices back on. It's throwing me off. 71.2, 71.3 doesn't get us out of trouble. As you can see, we do have a descending high trend painted from our all-time high into our what is sitting at a lower high in April. That's going to overlap pretty well. The price action we'd have to see there, ideally in the perfect TA world, would then be a back test of 67.5. I mean, it's not a perfect TA world, but that's what we look for anyway. Into a higher high, and I would like to see it then bump and run. Let's see something like this, taking us to higher highs. Now, this is definitely optimistic, especially off of what is now just a higher low and higher high. However, that's how uptrends start. So whether you think this is a dead cat bounce or not, you might still be looking for that 71.2, 71.3 area. Up here is where I think it gets dangerous for price to reject from. And I think that's where the pain's sitting. In the unoptimistic side, let's zoom down a little bit. We have seen some significant selling today. It's not the end of the world at the moment. Definitely not what we're hoping to see after yesterday. Definitely not. I would have loved to see that continuation. However, zoomed in here, this makes some sense on the chart. We had our double top or our triple top on the day that held a higher low and moved higher. So to see price return to 63.3 for a back test of previous support previous resistance as support would be pretty nice. That'd be pretty bullish. I like that it overlaps with the 0.5. So at the moment, this is pretty much where I sit. This is how I'm seeing the chart. I think I can throw a trade up here, targeting what is this higher low because I'm looking for upside. And where would my TP be? Well, we can move it just to 62.3 or 62.250 for a nice 1.5. We can bring that up to 71.3, our target for a 3-ish and change. I think that's the way it could be played, honestly. I think that's pretty solid. If price does reach 71.3, man, I'm having trouble with these numbers. I think that's where I could look for a short position. I, at the moment, am not going to take that, but I think that that is definitely a reasonable play. Real quick, and then I'm going to move to the chat. Hopefully you guys are having a good time over there. Last thing. All right, who knows? It's never the last thing. But the last thing for the moment, let's just move it to this chart. There it is. Looking at our daily moving averages, I don't hate this setup. Oh, I have one more thing. I pranked you. I have one more thing. So price found support potentially at the 100 daily moving average. Yesterday's rally took us back above the 50. Now the 50 is typically where people say, I don't know where this comes from, but people typically say above the 50 moving average is a bullish trend, below is bearish. Sure, I'll take it. It's going to give us a target today to close over 65K. We definitely want to hold that 50 daily. However, we do have a bullish cross that happened right on time, right where the rally was yesterday, pushing price higher. So that's going to give us a target of 62.4 that we're not going to look to lose. That's right in the range of where we were looking anyway. So that's actually pretty nice. Last thing, here we go. Last thing on the day, and then we'll move on. There it is. Boom. If you guys have been watching this stream day in and day out, you're a Chad, you're awesome. If you're subscribing like these people whose names keep disappearing, you're a Chad too. We talked about this daily Ichimoku cloud, particularly right here on May 15th. Now, this played out perfectly. Doesn't always play out this way, but we talked about a weakness in the cloud. So basically, whenever the cloud flips from green to red or red to green, it creates a weakness. It creates a very thin part where the cloud goes from juicy and fat to very thin. Now, looking out, we have not seen that change again, but going back, we can see some examples of this. Here's a weak cloud. Here's a weak cloud. There's a weak cloud. Anytime it flips, you get this little pinch, and price tends to move to those pinches. Now, it doesn't always, obviously, these examples, you don't see it, but we said this is probably the time. If we're still hanging out here and we have more gas in the tank to move up, this is where we're looking. Obviously, this rejection, not what I was hoping to see. I wanted to see a close above the clouds, maybe come back down, test them. But right there, baby. It's amazing. If you don't use the Ichimoku cloud indicator, I think you should look into it. The first thing that helped me is look into what it's doing. Look into how it creates the cloud, why it creates the cloud, and it'll give you a really good idea of how to use it. I don't think there's any better way to learn it than to just look at like the formula. It's really simple. The gist of it is it's looking at the highest and lowest points in price, looking back a certain amount of candles, and that's how it's creating these things. It is one of the only indicators I've ever seen that has any grasp on time, like time and date, because it does project out into the future 30 candles on the default setting. But there we are. There we are. I'd like to see this settle up higher. Interesting. Really quick, I'm just going to float through the 2-day. These things are going to look very different. 2-day finding support on the cloud. Here we go. 2-day giving us a little bit of bounce potential right here, right now at 64.7. I'll take that. I'll take that. 2-day money flow starting to roll up. Momentum painting an inverse head and shoulders. VWAP moving to higher highs. I don't think this is the time to fade the rally yet. I don't. 3-day all the way up here. All the way up. Market Cipher giving us a green dot on the 3-day. Maybe a higher low on money flow. Nice. Weekly in fine condition. All right. Obvious targets for the week. Let's go right here. Let's protect 64. Obviously don't want to see price below 61.5. Our weekly open. 64K though flat looks pretty good. How does that line up with our day? Not bad. Not bad. Actually, I like it. I like it. I don't know. There we go. We're back in biz. I'm done with the intro. I'm done. I got some more stuff to look at, but I do want to take a peek at the chat, see what you guys are talking about. Let me refresh this quick. If you've put in any chat messages, I did not get them, but I am looking now. First things first, who's here? Bad Baptist, my guy. Bad Baptist is here. Bullish Reset, Clips for You, JH, John Mobile, Kyle Fields, Lion in My Pocket, M123, Captain Schmeed, New Hung, One with Nature, Paul Wood, Shaq with the combo, T-Bone, Pickle, and me. It's not a poppin' day on the stream. I didn't expect it to be. We don't typically stream Thursdays, and I didn't really even throw out the message we were going live. This is one of the secreter streams. What's up, 7XX, man? The CK crowns. I like that. I like that. You know, it's funny, quick story. When I started streaming 5 years ago, people started asking me, are you related to Eric Crown? Or are you trying to copy Eric Crown? And I was like, I do not know who that is. I have no idea what you're talking about. And that went on for like a year until one day YouTube fed me his videos. And I was like, oh crap, I see why people are saying that. Unrelated. Thank goodness he doesn't spell his name with a C. Then I would have felt real copyish. Luckily, though, I did find out that Eric Crown is legit. He's among our caliber of streamers. Dude doesn't chill. Gives you real TA. Shout out to him. He's a good guy. Good guy. I like him. Secret stream, Hawkeye. Don't tell anyone. But actually tell everyone. It's YouTube that's keeping it a secret, not us. What's up, Omar? John Connor. How you doing, man? Big Daddy Super Balls Rothschild. Quite a name. Pop it to the moon. I'll take it to the moon. Holler Church Crown. How you doing, Ace? Good to see you, man. End my suffering. Thursday is your Friday. Every day is my Friday. Rage Pump. All right. Rage Pump. You know, I don't hate the way this is falling, honestly. To me, this looks like something that's gonna bounce. Like, gonna get bought up. I like this tight coil down on the 5 minute. I like this rounding top. I like these low time frames. Let me actually peek down here at the 1 minute. The 1 minute is struggling, man. Look at this MACD. This MACD is in the dump. The 1 minute looks like that sometimes. Oh, wow. That is some aggressive downside momentum. That is some aggressive selling pressure on the 5. 15 minute kind of losing that shit too. Wow. 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 It's all right. It's all right. Getting some big green dots on low time frames for Market Cipher. That does happen when RSI is in the trash like this. Not seeing the relief yet on the 15. I would not count on the low being in this exact second, in this exact moment. Mike's looking for moon. All right. What's up, Pennyways? 64 is right about where that neckline hits. Yep. It is. It is close. What happened to my 63? Ah, yeah, it's over here. It's right here. There it is. Here is all of the gibberish that we just went over. If you missed it in the live stream, I don't know what to tell you. This is all the TA we just did. I like 63.4. I like it. I guess that long position disappeared there. I like it though. That was the arguable beginning of the uptrend that we're seeing. Double top. Triple top on the day, higher low, broke it. Let's go back and back test it as support. On the retracement, it's the perfect place for it to be, that 0.50 or that 0.5 or the bullish 50. Beautiful place to bounce. What do you guys think? Are we going higher or lower? Higher or lower? Let's hear it, chat. Your streams are better. Thank you, Paul Wood. Does Eric stream? I thought he just puts out videos. His like kind of like short videos. I wanted to do one like that today, but man, that's harder than it looks. The 2 crowns are the king of crypto. Thank you, Beached. What's up, Coffeeholic, *𝐂𝐴𝐻, Atticus Rex? You are a good guy. Thank you, sir. What's up, Pickle? Alexandra G. How you doing this morning, darling? How you feeling? What are your senses telling you? Goku Cloud. That's cool. We should make something called a Goku Cloud. That would actually be cool. Zoltan, retest for sure. Lower, lower. To the right. Pickle with the only logical answer there. To the right. Always to the right, no matter what happens. Yay streams was just really crazy hours. Yeah, he's like in Dubai or something, so I imagine his hours are very early or very late. Lower selling pressure looks serious. Yeah, this is not a great look. Like, this is pretty rough. This move up was nice, but it it just, data's rough, man. That is sellers. Actually, let's look at this volume. How's the volume doing on these bad boys? Very, volume's picking up. It's picking up, but it's still not, it's really not near the pump volume. That was something I tweeted earlier yesterday. Increasing volume, increasing price, very nice. And it was. You can see most of this move's volume right here between 62.4 and we'll call it 66K right here. So this little thin candle, though it is only 2 hours old, not super threatening to me yet. I really think we see a bounce right here. I think we see it right at that previous triple top. Billy's bullish. You're the best. You're the best, bro. Why did that Twitter button link did not work? Wow, that's weird. Twitter.com/𝐂𝐴𝐚_crypto. Why does that not work? Oh, there's a space in it. Wow, I've been goofing that up this whole time. That's okay. There's an awful lot of liquidity sitting in the fiddles. Fitties. In the fitties. There is. I don't know. There's always liquidity down. There's always liquidity up. Guys, the thing that gets me every time now, though, in this run, where it's like, yeah, there's, down, pain, whatever. Like, it's not a crazy statement, but this fall from 22 to 23, this move, man, if you weren't around for a few cycles, you might not understand. You might just be like, that's all I know of a bear market. This was different. This was different. You look at the previous bull market ends, and there's so much more time here spent trapping. So much more time keeping prices higher, keeping people hopeful. Like, this was the bear market that is in my brain for bear markets. You get a huge, massive run up. You have this hopeful wick down to 10K. It gets bought up to 17. Bull run's still on, baby. Suckers. And then you just keep people on the leash for an entire year plus. You capitulate, they lose hope, they're out, and the bear market's like, it's over at that point. Well, we had this whole other run. But this was just down. There was really no moment of, oh my goodness, get back in, bull run's on, right? Maybe we could say right here, when we broke a new higher high, a new all-time high, it was like, oh, bull market's back on. But if you look at almost every metric, this was not the peak. This was not a bigger event than the previous high. This flushed people out, and this was just a grueling down. There was no moments of, like, I'll call it hope, right? There's no moments of people thinking, okay, I have to get back in right now. And on the way back up, we have seen almost the same thing. We have these big expansive moves up, sharp corrections, sideways nothing, then these big expansive moves up, sharp corrections. Like, everyone got flushed out. So I understand, and it makes sense that there's liquidity lower, you're right. But I just don't see it, man. This was the most savage, largest capitulation maybe ever in the history of markets. It might have been in the history of markets the biggest capitulation dollar-wise. There's nothing but sidelined money all the way up, and some of it gets back in. Some of it. But it's all not back in. You didn't have like a loading phase. You didn't have, man. I think that this just crushed all of the weak hands. I think anyone joining now, that's why I'm not really afraid of almost any of these kind of pullbacks. They're likely just to flush those short-term holders. How many short-term holders? That's the question. I don't think it's necessarily where's the liquidity, even though that's always a question. I think the question is where are the short-term holders? Where are they going to quit? Because that seems to be Bitcoin's MO. Getting the short-term holders out. And it's like as soon as all the short-term holders are gone, then it runs. Then those short-term holders join again, and it flushes them out. Like right here, here's a good piece of evidence. Right here, this is when our channel hit all the all-time highs and views and subs and everything, traffic. This is where short-term holders joined. Did this flush them out? Honestly, I would say yes. I would say it flushed out a lot of them. Is it enough? I don't know. Nobody knows. No one can be sure. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I think there's always going to be, I think from like this point on, maybe into the next cycle, there's always going to be more pain up. Always. If we revisit our lows at like 15K, maybe that changes. But there's just so much. Like, it wasn't even just capitulation. It wasn't even just prices. People literally couldn't buy things then. If you look at stories of people over this cycle, you'll read a lot. People started DCAing or started buying into crypto in 21, and then it fell. And by the time we were at the bottom in 22, they had lost their job. They had, I don't know, they were broke. Like, there were more mechanics than just simply, I don't know, like price. Like the state of the economy. That was, remember when people were saying stocks were going to go into a recession or whatever again? Stocks are at all-time high. I mean, that's a great way to look at this chart. Roughly, Bitcoin all-time highs have some correlation to the stocks all-time highs, like December 21. Here we go. When did this break all-time high? January 18th of this year. Like, this is one of the most compelling arguments for me that Bitcoin is not done on its rally. Stocks continue to rally. You guys know I put a short here. It's not technically stopped yet, but this is looking rough. I did not expect it to get that high. Probably should have had this stop be much lower. But stocks continue to climb, and you really don't bet down on stocks once they're at all-time highs, not indices. That's a rough bet. That's real rough. It looks pretty. Oh, yeah. What do you guys think of the new headphones? I got new headphones. I hated those other ones. I love these. Altcoin season is supposed to happen when Bitcoin goes sideways. What a scam. Paul Wood, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. In fact, there is a piece of me that's very confused about, not only about what Bitcoin dominance is doing right now, but what that means for the cycle. And honestly, why is it so different? Everything is so different, it seems. Bitcoin dominance hit its lowest point in September of 22. So exactly at the bear market bottom, Bitcoin dominance hit its lowest point. That is very different from the previous cycle, where dominance hit its lowest point at the bull run peak. Bear run, peak, bull run, peak. That's confusing to me. It doesn't add up. We don't have any data to really kind of lean back on and say this is that. Now, logically, what happened in this time that would be bullish for Bitcoin dominance, specifically Bitcoin and not other coins? You guys know the answer. Someone say the answer. I'll give you a second. Something happened here. Everyone was convinced it would be, oh no, that's going to, I don't know, for some reason, alts are going to go crazy. And I was sitting here going, I don't like to be a party pooper, guys, but that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. That's right. The answer is ETFs. There is no reason that a Bitcoin ETF would be good for alts, period. I've been saying that forever. Alts went up in dollar value. Sure. Some of them did. That's always true. Even in the darkest of bear markets, there's usually some crappers that are randomly pumping. ETF. I think that's what's changed here. What's also interesting is Bitcoin, to my knowledge, has never moved like this into a new all-time high. Remember, very different. In fact, from the moment Bitcoin started rallying in 2016, dominance dropped like a rock. It did have this dead cat bounce-ish time, but look. That's January 21, so that's right after Bitcoin broke 20K. Plummeted. I still think that this will happen. I still think dominance will dump into, I don't know though, what's going to be the trigger, right? Maybe if Bitcoin makes a big expansive move and then moves sideways, we're definitely not seeing the up, sideways kind of seesawing that we've seen in previous cycles, where Bitcoin moves to a new price high, then trades sideways and down, and alts catch up, kind of absorbing that risk appetite. We haven't seen it. And it is not a great bet to go in hard on alts until we see this top out. It's just not. I think Benjamin Cohen said if you exclude stablecoins, Bitcoin dominance is at 60%. I just don't really get why. Like, I understand it's interesting data and something to consider, but I don't really get why you would exclude stables. Stables are just coins like everything else, right? What's the point? What's the point of excluding them? I don't really know. But dominance does seem to be making some moves here currently at a higher high. If it closes here, it'll closed the highest dominance candle in years. What's happening with this, man? Like, I like it. My portfolio is mostly Bitcoin, so that doesn't hurt me. I'm not mad, but it's just odd. It's odd. It's maybe not odd. It's not what I expected. Dominance used to be very predictable for the most part. It really seems like right here is the last time it behaved the way that we expected it to. This drop, very similar to the previous drops we had seen in the previous cycle. The most crazy part for me is we didn't break a new dominance low. Last cycle, we didn't move to a new low. That's wild. That doesn't even make sense to me at all. I was waiting for that. That's going to give dominance a higher low on the macro. 60% has been our target for years, but it may go higher. I don't know, man. I don't understand. When dominance hits 60%, I am going to look to add altcoins. I don't know which ones yet. I'm still figuring that out. Touch 60% and I'm going to dump, not dump, but I'm going to sell some of my corn for some random alts and things. Speaking of which, I do have something you guys want to look at. What the heck, Ethereum? What's going on here? I kind of doodled this up when we had 𝐂𝐴𝐺 on Wednesday. Was it on Wednesday? Tuesday last week. Doodled this up, but what is Ethereum doing? This is starting to look not great. I mean, it hasn't looked great in a while, but let's be real. This is starting to look crappy. Interesting. Right around here is where Ethereum changed from proof of work to proof of stake. Something that I had long claimed was likely sabotage. I don't know. I thought it was a bad move. Ethereum has not been able to hold its ground against Bitcoin since the change. That might just be coincidence, right? But where is it going? What are you doing, man? You might continue to follow this channel down, but honestly, I would not touch Ethereum personally until these prices. Until 0.031, maybe 0.026. Even then, I'm not... It's going to be hard to say I want to go in hard. Even though I did take some profits. Took some profits up here. I still don't know if I want to go hard. Because at the moment, Ethereum's chart does look a little different than many things. It hasn't broken its all-time lows against Bitcoin. That's some strength. But almost every other chart has. So is Ethereum going to? I'm not trying to flood Ethereum. I'm just thinking out loud here. I'm not interested in going super hard. Maybe I'll rebuy like half of what I sold. Something like that. I don't know, man. What do you guys think? What's Ethereum's future? Sol killed Ethereum? I mean, Sol took a lot of Ethereum's thunder. That is true. That is true. By just being an easier platform to launch meme coins. And really eating the fees. I don't know, though. I certainly don't use Ethereum. I think I sent my first transaction in like 3 years because the fee was nothing. By the way, gold going to a new all-time high. If you're in our Discord, you probably got this message. Gold's going to a new all-time high, boys. This is not done. I think this has had enough time to kind of fade the hype. And I think it's time for this bad boy to keep moving. 2,500, 2,600 next upside targets. Nice little cup painting there. Let's go gold. Pepe. Pepe? Pepe. Pepe was at all-time highs 3 days in a row. I don't want to say it's lost that, but it is looking like it might be coming on down to this previous resistance here. 8823. Kind of coming on up. Back testing as support, move higher. I think that'd be a great move. Still looking good on Pepe, but I think maybe into the end of the week, you might see some lower prices. Right here is where I'm targeting. Really quick, look at GME and AMC. GME struggling here. Did not break again to the upside, though. It has held its low from its massive gain. 546%. People are crazy, man. People are nuts. You know what would be the most savage thing, though, is if GME doesn't break that high. Like, if GME then just kind of settles back into this, that'd be so rough. I hope that doesn't happen. On the other side, didn't AMC just print a ton of stock? Didn't they issue a ton of stock? AMC, GME people, this is why you need Bitcoin, bro. Why are you going to keep buying this? Why are you literally, if you buy when they dilute their stock, you're just handing your money to them. You're not investing. You're just giving them your cash directly. That's probably why this is struggling. This has painted a lower low, what, versus the day before? Down to 461. Doesn't mean it can't go up, but my lord. My lord. I guess it's the same as all the meme coins and stuff, right? It's like people are okay just handing their money over. I don't know. I would never buy a stock that diluted its shares, and I would doubly never buy a stock that diluted its shares after it showed the first signs of life in forever, right? They're stealing from you. They're just literally stealing from you. Legally. Legal stealing. Legal theft. Like, you had people that were buying this, that believed in this, and then right here you get a little bounce and you dilute your shares, dude. F you. Like a big middle finger. I own no AMC. Doesn't affect me in any way, but it just makes me mad. Makes me mad for everyone else. All right. I'm done with my rant. My bad. I'm back, boys. What are your thoughts about GameStop coin, Nasreddin? This is an absolute rug. A complete rug waiting to happen, man. I would not touch this with your money. Let's see what the chart's looking like. It has not fallen as much as I would have expected at this point. I don't know why I got rid of my lines and stuff. Absolute rug waiting to happen. The good news I would say is at least it already spent months moving down, bottoming out, moving up. If this chart kind of started back here, if this was the whole history, I would expect this to go right back down to nothing. Lotto ticket, bro. That's my opinion. I think that it's absolute rug. I just don't understand it. If you want in on the GME thing, buy GME stock, right? Like that, isn't that the logical move? Is just go with the real thing. This is just like all the other meme coins, all the other Solana tokens and stuff, guys. Someone right here executed a contract for like $100 to create this. They had 100% of the supply. And so what have they done? They've just sold it. They've just sold it. You're just donating your money. It's the same thing as AMC. Same thing as AMC issuing shares, even though they don't have to issue the shares because they already have all the shares. That's my opinion, man. Good luck. I mean, I hope if any of you buy it, I hope you make money. I hope you profit. For your sake, I hope I'm wrong. But I just don't see how that ends any other way. It's just a coin someone created. Like, they have all the supply. What do? You sell it. You take your monies. What happened to Bonk? I don't think anything's happened to Bonk. Bonk actually was looking pretty good. Unless that's changed, my friend. Unless that's changed, but I don't think it has. Bonk's looking pretty good. I hate it. I hate that Pepe and Bonk and all this crap looks good, right? I don't see anything wrong with that chart, do you? I see all-time high, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Now you're right here in the middle. I mean, this could still break down, but looking at just this, man, I don't know. I don't think this is doing bad at all. I think I own like $200 a bonk or something. I don't think that looks bad, dude. Certainly hasn't kept up with, I don't even know if kept up's the word. Hasn't really mirrored the rest of the market very well. What alerts have I gotten? What's up, my friend? Lee. Yeah, I don't even need to read the super chat. I know what you want, Lee. It's good to see you, man. I feel like you haven't been around in a while. What's good? You enjoying the warm weather? Hey, as long as you're DCAing Bitcoin, you're welcome to shill your coin here, man. Oh no, oh no. I remember last time I looked at this, I said, this is looking a little sketchy, I'm not gonna lie. I said you have a flat bottom and your highs are coming down. And so I did put this long position. This long position, I remember explaining, is betting that this doesn't break. So the stop was very tight. Look at what happened on the, like, instantly after it broke. Look at this. This is how you can see TA being valuable in real time. This is what, April 8th. It's been almost a monthly. April 8th, we placed this. It remained above for a little bit until the 16th, where it closed below that flat bottom. The next day, crazy price movement and volatility. I guess the upside is that did get bought up. That's good. But that's what stop losses are for. Like, look at this. You closed a candle below and you dropped 70%. It was a wick. I don't know how long that lasted. Let's see. It was very quick. It wasn't a very long sell-off. It was bought up. That shows that there are buyers. That's good. But the problem I see here is it's still painting lower highs. You do have a higher low. That's a good start. It's a good start. Higher low. But you gotta break a high, man. That's the only thing. You gotta break that high. Good news, this probably flushed out most weak positions. Anyone who had a stop loss got stopped out on April 17th. That's usually a good sign for more upside, right? When you get rid of positions, usually the market has less resistance on the way up because sellers sold their supply here. They don't have it to sell higher. I wish you the best on this one, guy. I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for Jesus. I appreciate you, Lee. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. A little bounce, nothing special. Pepe moving up. Pepe moving up. I think I looked at Pepe already. Yeah. Yeah, I looked at Pepe already. I don't think it's moving up right now. I could be wrong. This is kind of like just knife territory. But I can see it moving right back here. This was its major resistance. This is what we were looking at. We were saying, man, Pepe actually looks really strong. It's weird. This was your resistance, 0, however many zeros, 8, 8, right here. You moved to a new all-time high. The issue I would say is that you didn't really, you didn't keep closing. You didn't get that price exploration, discovery that you'd expect. That doesn't mean that this is over, but it's a pretty logical sign that you're looking to backtest that previous resistance as support. Waiting for the rest of the market, perhaps. There's likely some very good R-to-R trades there. Mind you, let me see how far we moved down. That's about 13%, 10% move down. Mighty's like, no, no. My precious, precious long. Let's see. 0.5. Here we go. Do it like this. That. There it is. There you go. Multiple risk to rewards there. Really the big story. 8.8 is looking for the entry under 7.6. Probably where I'd look to bail. I think that that's a good trade if it even gets there. It's hard to tell. When coins break their all-time high, their behavior can become very erratic. They're really only predictable when they do the typical continuation to the upside, looking for your 1618 moves. Near looks great. I have Near pulled up somewhere. Near has been looking great. Near, Render, Pepe, some of the FTs like FET, FTM. Near BTC. Can't hate on that, man. Can't hate on that Near BTC. Looking to break its highs from March. That's going to give it a rather explosive move to the upside. If it can break its high against Bitcoin from just March of this year, you might be looking for a 60 or an 80, 90% gain against Bitcoin. Near BTC looks great. Near USD also looks pretty great. Kind of similar to that Pepe setup. It just hasn't broken out. You have like, however you want to cut this, inverse head and shoulders. Similar to this Pepe. Let's pull this over here. Inverse head and shoulders. Broke out to a new all-time high. Near, I don't think it'd be a new all-time high. Nope. But it is looking for a breakout in my opinion. I'm still looking for 1330. Still looking for 1330. I think Near's good stuff. What's up, TI? Dogecoin? Yeah, man, I'll do that. Haven't looked at Doge in a while. Perhaps overdue. Overdooged. Cat with hat. Cat with hat triggered an alert. Let's look at the Bitcoin pair first. This is, it depends how you view this. Is this a giant flag against Bitcoin? You do have higher lows coming off from early March. You did have a higher high. Okay. So you painted a higher high in March into April off of a higher low. I mean, that's the start of an uptrend. This is starting to look a little flaggy. You see that volatility is contracting. Your highs aren't really as explosive. Your lows aren't as explosive. And what gets me, and I've been bitching about this for a while, is as long as Doge is under like 262 sats, it's looking weak. I like that it's broken it into higher highs, held its lows. Like that may resolve and be fine. That's the signal for me that Doge is looking healthy, but it's still kind of under that zone. You had very strong support that held on multiple sell-offs. It broke, you rejected from it, you went lower. You didn't really reach down to any significant support. At least you move back up. I need Doge up here. That's honestly it. I need Doge in like the 260 to 300 sat range. Dollar pair is very boring. Holy hell, that is boring. Our entry to this long has been on the table for so many weeks. You don't like to see that, honestly, but it has held its lows. I really don't think that this trade's going to get stopped out. If it does, you look down to just under 10 cents. Likely get a good entry there. I'm going to be blown away if Doge doesn't hit 25 cents. I was looking for it on this rally. That's where the liquidity is, man. This is where all the trap buyers are. I don't know. This would look good. That would still look good. But I think this holds. I still think you see 25 before you see sub 10. What else? You're the clown. What's up, man? I can't read your name because I only know English. I'm ignorant, but you're the clown? Clowns are appreciated. Probably right. It will do nothing to the end of the bull then insane pump. Maybe. I mean, here's the thing. We were looking at GME and AMC pumping along with some meme coins. You look back, Doge was like the biggest pumper of that time. Doge out pumped everything in that time. Hasn't done that yet. You know, you have some similarities though. You know, this is actually a good practice. You have some similarities into that 2021 pump. You had a low, higher high. You started a trend. You held a higher low and you broke it, and that just sent you to outer space. We were long on Doge back here before November of 2020. We were long on Doge in the Discord. You should join the Discord if you're not in there. Just a second of self-gloating. Now you look at it again, and you do have a similar setup. You had a high that broke your local high, so you painted a higher high here. You held a higher low, and you moved up. You just didn't get that continuation. You just didn't get that space move yet. And I was jumping on the train of, is it January 21 right now? Maybe we got to see Doge move first. I do think Doge trades back to its all-time high this year, though this year is quickly running out of time. Fair enough. Fair enough. Appreciate you. We've gotten a few subscribers today. Man, we are back to like bear market viewership. It's wild to me. It's wild. This job is toxic, bro. You sold Doge at 47. I sold Doge. Where did I sell my Doge? I'll have to I don't even know what exchange I sold it on anymore. It might have been Bittrex. I sold Doge just like this, but I'll show you exactly how I did it. And the only reason is because this is a low-key stream. I didn't advertise it anywhere. Not everyone knows we're not usually live here on Thursday. That's why I'll share this alpha. I sold it against Bitcoin. I did not sell it against dollars. I'll show you exactly how I did it, because this is honestly what I think everyone should do. This is incredibly successful. We bought Doge. Well, honestly, I'd been trading Doge for a long time. Doge was one of my favorite things to trade until this crappy mega moon rally that ruined the consistency that was amazing Doge trading. Like, dude, you could do this like just on repeat. You would trade Doge from 100 sats to like 20 to 100 to 20 to 100 to 20 over and over and over again, and you could just bank Bitcoin. Anyway, I never sold all of it. In fact, I sold a very small amount because I don't know, just something told me not to sell it. I definitely took some profit at 100 sats, but here's what I did. After 100 sats, I just placed limit orders. This is the value once that dominance starts dropping. No brain, no TA needed, nothing. I set it and I walked away and I watched my profits roll in. This is exactly how I did it. These are obviously a little bit off. I'm just trying to get every 50 sats, okay? Every 50 sats, I had a limit sell order on Doge BTC. I'm just gonna, yeah, there we go. I'm not gonna keep doing them. Every 50 sats. That's all I did. I had them placed even higher than price went. Did I get to sell the top and be like, haha, I'm the best? No. But I did get sell orders at the exact top within, you know, a few sats. These weren't big. I would say maybe these were like 1% of my holdings. Every 50 sats, I had them, I think, into the 2000s. This is the way you do it, man. You get a runner, you get something that runs against Bitcoin. This is what I think everyone should do. Just something robotic, something mathematical that isn't dependent on really any deep TA either. It's okay. I know I bought my Doge at 15 sats, so I can sell at any price higher, right? Once it got out of the range, just limit orders up, baby. You can't know where the top's going to be, but if you do this, you will guaranteed get some good sells in. That's why when Doge fell back down, I didn't really care. I was like, man, I still have, I don't know, maybe a third of what I started with. I got beautiful sells in. And if it ever comes back to like 100 sats, maybe I'll rebuy it. Maybe. I think this is the alpha, man. It's boring. It's not sexy. It's not cool. It can take years of waiting. But when it hits, it hits. Like, that's how you walk away a winner. That's how you walk away. I remember saying how I was dumping my Doge back in that hype and people were so mad. I was like, nah, man, I'm selling. Bring me it. Bring me it. You can have my Doge at these prices. I'll take it. Bitcoin. Dang, I wish I was live yesterday. Dollar profit average. I like that. Where do you trade where you actually have Bitcoin as a currency instead of like Coinbase if you buy Bitcoin ETH? It just converts to ETH. So if you buy Bitcoin, if you buy ETH BTC, yeah, you are buying Ethereum. If you sell ETH BTC, you are buying Bitcoin. You're almost there quicker. You got it. I like dollar profit average. That's good. Doge is a game changer. Well, you know, I kind of got distracted. But what I was saying before is we don't have, you know, if we do think we're in January 21, where's the Doge? Where's the Doge pump? This was the biggest pump. We see Pepe hit new all-time highs. Bonk's looking good. You know, some of these memes are still looking good. But where is this, you know? I think it isn't January 21 until we see Doge run. Yeah, that's just my hopes, man. I still probably have like 10K of Doge. I sold so much of it. Who knows? Who knows? What else should we look at today, man? You sold the exact top? That's wild, dude. That's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. SHIB was crazy. Used to do SHIB from 0.5s to 0.8s. Dude, when you find your coins, you get the rhythm of them. You can just start raking in dough. You had 200K Doge, and you lost them all before that? Damn, dude. I had about 100... I had about like 200,000 Doge, something like that, in 2020 before the pump. I've said your name before, Thomas. Juanito. What about it? Juanito, my friend. You don't regret trading your ADA to SNEC. How did that go? ADA has been rough, dudes. I don't have anything specifically negative to say about ADA. You guys know what I like. ADA isn't in that category. But kind of maybe going back to Ethereum's proof of stake merge. I do have something to say about proof of stake. I believe proof of stake is not good for its long-term projection. Giving people more supply for doing nothing at no cost basis, I think that results in selling pressure. I think it results in a perpetual, continuous selling pressure. Now, you could say that means it can't go up in dollar value. No. I think what it means is it's unlikely to significantly like outpace or gain ground against Bitcoin. That's really it. And I do say that with full knowledge that ADA almost did break its all-time high against Bitcoin in 21, which is unusual. You look at Ethereum, it didn't really get even half the way. This has been rough. I wonder what SNEC ADA looks like. I'm going to look at that just for you. ADA SNEC. Let's see. Is this ADA USD or market cap? Here we go. You sold. You don't regret trading your ADA into SNCC. SNCC. When this goes up, that means you need more SNCC to buy ADA. When it goes down, that means ADA is cheaper. I don't know when you sold, but that looks pretty rough. Wait. FBTC. That means ADA lost value against SNCC. I guess that did work out, question mark. That's a weird chart. That's a real weird. Look at this flag down here. This is probably a chart very well. If this is traded on like ADA's DEXY stuff, maybe not. This is gonna say this is a chart probably few look at. Look at this. Boom. Flag. I mean, you ask Gareth Soloway, and this is the next thing, right? I don't believe in flags. I think they're BS in crypto. Bitcoin has not moved at all. It's already May, I know. Are you guys selling in May and walking away? Does not seem to be the case so far. If you haven't voted in the poll, I would appreciate you voting in the poll. Basically, we've been doing the dual streams with the vertical streams. Pickle likes turtles, nice. And the regular stream, which is what we're doing today. This is the regular one. We don't even have the vertical one up. I'll let you in on the secrets because this is secret day. So those vertical streams, the reason we were doing them is they were the biggest YouTube hack I've ever seen, ever. You guys may not be aware. I stay on top of two things. One, crypto, specifically Bitcoin. And two, I stay on top of YouTube because we have had so many issues with YouTube. We've had our channel terminated. We've had the most strikes, I think, of any channel in YouTube history that still exists. I stay on top of it. And I learned that vertical streaming was going to come out before it came out. So I prepared and I was ready. And boy, oh boy, did that translate into W's. Some of our biggest streams in the last year, numbers wise, 3 out of the top 5 are vertical streams right after they came out. Unfortunately, I think YouTube's killed them. I think it opened the faucet for this new feature and it just slammed that faucet closed. Because I've been talking to some other channels that have done it and they've seen the same thing. It was very spiky, large traffic. And now it's all just smooth, crappy, low views. I think we netted roughly, I'm just estimating, maybe like 10 to 15,000 subscribers, maybe a quarter to 500,000 views. Faucet's off, boys. So I'm doing this poll because I want to see, do you guys actually get value from it? If you do, if there's enough people out there who get value, we can keep doing them. If not, I don't want to split our audience up and we're just going to have the mainstream. So vote on it. Let me know your opinion. It will matter. What's up, Andy? How's Andy doing? Bitcoin census. When collab, dude, I know. I'm terrible. I'm awful. Bitcoin, Andy Bitcoin census. Love this dude. Looks like he's streaming in 3 minutes, guys. When I wrap up, you can head over there. When, dude, I know. I know. Life. Why'd you have so many strikes? It was in 2019. YouTube just didn't like crypto. That's my only explanation. That's it. We got, I can't even count. I don't even know. Dozens and dozens and dozens of strikes. Shut our channel down for a while. So I stay on top of YouTube. Got my finger on the pulse. That was my secret alpha. You'll be staking your snakes and mining Bitcoin in a few months, Nate. Nice. Dude, mining Bitcoin is not an easy venture. Honestly, it hasn't been for a very long time, but now is very difficult venture. My Bitmain, the biggest mining company, was like, hey, do you want to do like a video about our miner and blah, blah, blah. They like want to fly me out to Texas June 1st for, I don't know, whatever they're doing. And I was like, man, that'd be a great partnership. But I just haven't really stayed on the pulse of mining because it's just out of touch. I just like can't feasibly do it. Most people at home can't feasibly do it. Like we could all hobby mine, but we can't. It's really difficult to mine for a profit unless you have lots of capital, lots of access. Give me a look at AVAX. Give me a look at Sol, BTC. Yeah, we'll look at I think we looked at one for Pulse. Yeah, we looked at one for Bad Baptist. Injective. I don't think we looked at one for D Godfather. So I'll pull up INJ. We can look at the SOL and AVAX too, though. Don't worry. Not a lot of movement. Not a lot of movement. Let's see. Since last time we looked at it, not a lot of movement. You closed a lower daily candle. Let's look. Do we have divergence? Yeah, you got some bullish divergence on your day for INJ. I think that this trade's still Gucci. Market Cipher B could look better. At least you're holding 21. So I have these trades here. I think INJ can go higher, but I have these trades here because it's based on the previous all-time high, right? You broke it, back tested it. I'm looking for higher. Our stop loss, pretty calculated here underneath April 8th's low. Trading lower than that tells me that this likely did not hold as support and that you're looking for a deeper retracement, probably back to like the $10 level. You got a shot at like 15, 10, 15. So far, so good, but you know, what update can I really give you? This low move did move to support. That was the second time it was tested. First time it was tested after the March low. But what else can I really say here, you know? You're in a range. You've got some bullish divergence on your lows on the daily time frame. You're at a level that we would look to hold. I mean, what I can say is if we lose this, if the stop loss hits, I'm probably out. I would be out. But I don't think that's quite what's on the table yet. Time will tell. I'll look at SOL first. We haven't given SOL any love in a while. Let's see. SOL USD, okay. I know you asked for BTC, but SOL USD closing a nice little up candle there today. Higher high, battling with its daily open. Ooh, SOL USD. I don't hate that, man. That's looking nice. Got a little bump and run on the market cipher B. Let's go to SOL BTC. Holding this low. Kind of creeping back up here. Bug just flew in my nose. Lovely. Lovely. SOL BTC. Not a lot of change here either. This is why I've been not so excited about some charts. Or about a lot of charts. Just not a lot of change. Very tight price action, very low volatility. I think SOL BTC is looking for this local 00261. It's your 618 retrace. You painted higher lows and higher highs. I think that's reasonable. SOL kind of fighting to get back to its all-time high in BTC. I think this is an important statement, not to rain on the SOL parade, but we've looked at many charts. In fact, we spent an entire stream last week looking for charts that have broken their Bitcoin all-time highs. There's not many. It's not a common thing to do. Will Solana do it? If we just say, okay, we've seen this many charts, this many have done it. Oh my goodness. Get out of my nose, bug. We would probably say no. You'd probably say that's not very probable. Certainly not impossible. But we don't see it happen often. On its side in favor, it has broken its 786, its deepest retracement. That's a bullish move. That's a bully move. I think if you can make a trade using these lows, targeting the all-time high or back to like 0036. Where are you? There we go. Let's check out some moving averages. All right, looking at weekly moving averages, it's not bad at all, man. This higher low, higher high kind of climb on the weekly following the 20 weekly up, that's fine. That's very good. Actually, I can even give you a little explanation. This high right here. Solana BTC's high for, what, 2-3 years. Sell-off almost predictable. Look at this. Right here, baby. You're 50 and 200. You had a literal golden cross on the weekly. You saw it sell off back to the 20. It's holding it. I mean, that's bully. That's bully. That's not bad. This is about as low as it should go. If it breaks back below its 200, its 100, its 50. Looking for those range lows. But that's quite a big drop. That's a great sign. What I look for with the golden crosses isn't usually immediate upside, but it's, does it hold not only those moving averages, but does it hold its lows afterwards? You had a higher high, higher low. This could be good. Could be fun. AVAX. Been live about an hour. I was like, I'm going to go live for 30 minutes. 30 minutes, and then I might cut it. Well, that didn't work out. I was going to go on a hike or something. I think I'll still take Beans out. Professor Beans, I think she needs to go for a hike. She went to doggy daycare for the first time. They did her little, like, intake induction. She had an older bum. She didn't get along with other dogs very well, but I think she had a good time. She was very stressed by it. But that makes my life easier if I have somewhere where I can drop her off if I need to do something like travel. AVAX on the day. You do have bullish divergence. I mean, your low's technically coming up in your RSI, but I'd say with this candle close here, the lowest candle close, with your third higher high on your RSI, that's bullish divergence. I don't really like it at all. Market cipher B on the day for AVAX. Let's pull up those moving averages. They're shedding some light on an otherwise sideways market. If I can find it. Multiple. MA, there we go. On the day below the 200, potentially rejecting from the 20. That's actually pretty ugly. Let's go to a bigger time frame for some more hopium. Under the 20. Rejected from the 20. Still holding your lows though. Not great. Not great. If AVAX does break down from here, I'd be looking for about $22, maybe 20 flat, back to those previous resistances. It's basically your breakout point. Nice rounded top here, though. I used to think rounded tops were reversals, but I've noticed that when they get rounded, you typically see continuation. So maybe looking for some upside here on the hour. This is a nice broadening wedge. This rounded top, bringing it back to the top of that rounding wedge. Rounded wedge. The top here is flat. It isn't lower highs as flat. That could be good. Hold that. Let me see. I would prefer a trade from 32. But I'm going to do it this way. I feel like a 1-6 to 1. For the a little more hopefuls. Back to 46.90. That's a big RR. Yep. There it is. I must have seen this before. 23.72. I think this trade could be played if you're hopeful, if you're bullish. You could even have higher targets for sure. Back to 54, back to your yearly high. Those are all possible. But I think the stop is going to be important here. You break your low. This might need to be a little lower. Break your low and you're going to 23. That's how I see this. But for now, shorter time frame still looking okay. Flat top, looking for a retest of it. That's where I'd likely close up any leverage position that I'd opened. There we go. There we go. I'm going to close this poll. 40% of us like... Wow. Really? Really? I mean, I'm happy to hear that. I'm surprised. 39% say you love it. Were you lying? Were you just trying to give me the answer I wanted? It's convenient sometimes. This is more kind of what I thought would happen, like 13, 20%. You didn't know about it. Okay, 1/5 of us didn't even know about it. 2/5 of us like it. I'll say... I did those numbers wrong. 40%, 30%. 1.5/5 don't plan to or never did. Okay. Fair enough. I'm going to close that poll, though. Thanks for your feedback. It is important. Speaking of feedback, what's up, Vincenzo? Vincenzo. Great name, dude. Welcome to the club. Ian Lowell. Bo Wineglass. L.I. and a character I don't know how to pronounce. Colin Duffy. What's up, Duffy? I know a guy with the last name Mick Duffy. Good dude. What's up, T-Bait? There's a great name. T-Bait. The T-Baiter. Who else? Waleed. Update Pakistan. What's up? We have a good Indian following, actually. Jude McSherry. Mr. Out of Cookies. Usman T. Tanvir. And any others I missed, you are appreciated. If you are new to our community, just showing up today, welcome. It is the chiller of times. The chiller of times. You found the right place, though. No other community is going to help you succeed like we can. We're not going to sell you snake oil. We're not going to, I don't know, convince you something really exciting is always about to happen. That's just not the case. Sometimes it does. It's not always. I'd prefer that you succeed over me getting clicks. That being said, I do have a free trading course for you. All of our stuff's free here. It's a playlist on YouTube. Highly recommend you check it out if you're getting into trading, or even if you have been trading and are looking to sharpen your skills. It's good stuff. But if you're new, you should sign up with one of the partners in the video description below and join our Discord. You'll get free VIP access. Everything's free here. That's how you know. It's all free, baby. It's all free. Knowledge should be free. Decentralized knowledge. You're almost out of snake oil? All right, JD, I can order some snake oil specifically for you, though. Snack oil. Love the free course. Just insane. Sandcat, dude, it is. It is. I don't know how to advertise it better. I shout it out in the streams, but it turns out, looking at my YouTube analytics, only 6% of people who watch live streams here also watch the videos. 6%. That's very low. That's okay, though. A lot of our audience may be more advanced trading, investing, don't feel the need. Understood. I don't know how to advertise it. I don't know how to make more people watch it. It's good stuff. Share it out with your friends. Maybe that's how. Let me just tab through some charts here, see if anything catches the eye. Gold, all-time highs. Gold, still all-time highs. Uranium. I don't even know why I have that pulled up. ETH we looked at. ENA, stopping out this trade. I did say this was super knifey. Is there a knife emoji here? That's a missed opportunity. That's a missed opportunity, Trading View. You guys need a knife. ENA knife and Velo, or VRA, I guess. Trade filled, not looking the best. Bitcoin Cash. Range bound between 495 and 395 range bound. I have a feeling that's going to do some pumping then. Floki, wow, okay, Floki. This is an update since we looked at it last. Floki, we said, this looks like the Pepe setup. I'm moving the charts. Looks like the Pepe setup. You had a descending high trend. You broke it off of a lower low. You kind of walked down the line. You retested what looked like a neckline. You broke higher. Kind of have that neckline. Neckline might be a little higher. Neckline's a little harder to identify, but you have the same thing. You had a descending trend, you broke lower, you tested it, you broke it, you walked down it a little bit, you moved up, now you're at a higher high. I think Floki is probably going to follow Pepe up if Pepe moves again in the short term. I'm not buying Floki. That just caught my eye. What else is up here? The GME. GME apparently dumping after I said it was garbage. The coin. We looked at Bonk, we looked at Stonks. GLM, this has been on my radar. Someone who asked about this. Someone asked about this like a week ago, and I was like, damn, this chart's actually really different and kind of strong looking. Seems to be holding it. I struggled with where to find an entry, and I still would. I think I might make a buy on this or trade on this. If I can find a freaking exchange that has it. Hit the 618. Don't top here. Honestly, I think like 50 cents is the logical. Unfortunately, just tapped out. I missed it, but maybe still looking at 50. I don't know anything about this. I just know it's a really old coin. But this chart, man, look at this chart. There's something to it. A lot of the 2017 coins look like this, but this one's just more exaggerated. It has almost the TRX feel, where it rallied and then kept testing support over and over and over again with lower highs, giving us the most bearish setup ever. TRX did this as well, but randomly broke out with the higher high, higher low, and now is painting like kind of a good looking pattern, man. Look at this day. Broke a high, low. It almost kind of has that Pepe vibe even. As long as it can hold this 43 low, this is trucking. This is looking for more upside. I don't know. I don't know, man. It's just so different from other charts. I'm not trying to shill it. It just genuinely has caught my eye. So I've been watching it. Bitcoin doing nothing. What else? Let's see. I guess 𝐂𝐈𝐆 hat. 𝐂𝐈𝐆 hat. 𝐂𝐈𝐆. Gave me an alert. I don't know if it's a good one or bad one. Let's find out. Yeah, all right. 𝐶𝐴𝑡 hat. So this wasn't Crow. 𝐶𝐴𝑡 hat. Broke higher, now closing lower again today. What another alert. 𝐂𝐡 has it. All right. Arrow. People can't withdraw cash. It's coming. Bank run, baby. Bitcoin's ultimate value proposition. It's coming. That's what it seems. Render. Yeah. Render. One of the charts that's been looking very good. I think that's likely still looking good. A little bit of a link pump, you say. Ooh, render. Render, baby. Render, baby. Render BTC. Filling that trade, getting a little bounce. Filling the trade, getting a little bounce. That's a really small bounce, though. Maybe I shouldn't get excited. Let's look at the dollar pair. Yeah, this is kind of cool to have open. Here's my watch list. This is like 1/10 of the watch list, by the way. Nowhere near all of it. Render, honestly, I don't hate it. I don't love it. Not a lot of change there. You had a little order block, moved higher, filled it. Rounding top. Not a lot of update here. I mean, I remain looking for upside on Render. I remain looking for upside. We've had this trade just sitting here since, gosh, early March. It filled. Haven't seen the bounce I'm looking for. But just to put it into perspective, just to remind you guys, that's the previous all-time high for Render. Was that like 780? It broke, it backtested, it hasn't dropped, it hasn't dumped. Lots of coins kind of doing that move, not putting on crazy gains. I think they're waiting for dominance to drop. But Render, I think, remains strong. Remains strong there. Bullish engulfed off of that previous all-time high. Closed at the 618. If Render trades below $9 again, maybe I'll start to reconsider. But until then, man, I'm looking for this. I think Render's got higher highs coming into the end of the year. Our TA from the start of the stream is roughly where we left it. A greater downtrend that has started to show us promise of an uptrend. If you want to be really semantic, a much greater uptrend into a downtrend, into a smaller uptrend potentially. Well, we do have the uptrend. It is there. We do have a higher high and a higher low. There we go. I'm looking for a 63.4. Beautiful place to find support. Potentially a beautiful place to take a trade. Targets sit at 67.3 and of course 71.3. We've been waiting for that forever. There's definitively different price action. If you didn't watch the beginning of the episode, I covered something that Eric Crown covered today because I just thought it was interesting and worthy of sharing. This week we have the first daily close above Monday's high. In every other iteration, every other week we've seen since the all-time high in March, we have seen price trade above the Monday high, but never close above it. It has only traded above it intra-week, then fallen below until right here this week, baby, in this uptrend. Monday's high, 63.7. We have closed the candle higher, 63.3. That hasn't happened in any of this. So there is something different going on. And really what my argument would be is you have a low, a higher high, a higher low, and a higher high. You have yourself the start of an uptrend. You have an uptrend. It's invalidated below 60K, something like that. But corn has not been exciting during this live. 8:45. I think we started the stream right about here. Bitcoin has traded in a massive range of 64.6 all the way up to 65.1 for about a, I don't know, like a 0.1%, 0.8% trade, 0.8% change. Nothing's happened. Corning, maybe settling on back. Looking for an entry. 12 hours definitely rolling over though. This is nice. Higher highs on VWAP, higher highs on momentum. Higher low on money flow, reaching that zero line. Like the 12 hour is looking for upside, and that's translating out to the daily. A daily doing something similar here. It would not surprise me, and my opinion still lies with I think we hit 71.3 before we go lower. I don't think that we break 56.5 until we hit 50 or 71.3. Not that we have to. Not that we have to break it. But even if we are going to, I think we hit that first. Let's say. Might look something like this. This would be my bearish scenario. Boom. Actually, this would probably be a lower drop. This would be like the bear scenario. Something like that. That'd be the bear. There's likely to be some kind of bounce on this too. Like maybe at 60, lower high, something like that. I might get rid of it because that's not what I think's happening. Of course, you trade below 60K and that comes early, right? You get your dead cat bounce if that happens. Is there anything else I missed? What do you guys think? I'm refreshing the chat. It froze. I don't always notice when it freezes. Nothing super interesting on my alerts. Someone said link. I'll pull up link, but I doubt there's much to say. I doubt I'll have many insights. Mooby. What's Mooby? Dragos Sharp. What's a Mooby? Are you a Mooby? Am I a Mooby? What's up, Mugisha Steven? Subscribe. Good to have you. Mugisha Steven. Yeah. Yeah, link. Not doing anything. Not doing anything yet. Little green candle with the rest of the market, but pretty much just doing the dance it's been doing. Will my $9.50 long ever fill? This literally placed this back here in October of 23, and I said I'll buy it at $9.50. Has not come. Has not. This looks like a bear flag. This is getting a little bear flaggish. Lower highs, higher lows. You have the flag, or the pole and the flag. I don't trust bear flags, man. I don't think that they play out the way that people think they do. No break yet on the day. What's up, Crypto Paradox, my guy? Good to have you. No relief yet on the day on Market Cypher. You have bearish divergence on your high here. And no bullish divergence on your lows. Let's get a more zoomed out picture. Yeah. This isn't the best. Not the best. Ooh. I mean, that's a nice hourly candle. Maybe Link is like, Tom, you suck. I don't care. It's literally pumping in this second as we look at it. Link said, Tom Crown is talking shit. So I'm going to pump. That's a good pump. That's a good pump, dude. Low time frames look good. Daily looks like crap. But that can change with just one nice daily close. That's a pump. I like that. It's only 4%, but still, it looks good. That's strong. What do you think? Higher or lower? Can I like a dot? Yeah, probably. Missed a Chirpow song. You want to hear the Chirpow song? I was getting sick of that rhythm and bass anyway. Watch your speakers. I have no idea how loud this will be.
Money machine going bird, chillin' pow. He ain't playing, this a blur. Gotta follow the data, ain't no time to air. Watch him speak now with that Tom Crown flair. Yeah, chairman, he's the captain of the crew. Navigating through the markets, knowing what to do. Federal Reserve's in control, making moves. Keeping that money flowing so the economy can groove. Share power, making paper every hour. Share power, he got that money power. Data on his side, watch him rise and devour. Yeah, he's the chairman of the board, making moves that empower.
These charts look the same. They look the same. They look the same, man. I don't know. I feel like you could just bet on DOT or Link, and you're betting on both, man. These charts are like the same thing. You got your pole, and then you got the flag painting. You got your pole, you got the flag painting. So to get out of this flag, you just need a higher high. That's why I put my alert right here at 1520. I just need to see this May 5th high broken. Then you're good. Until then, I would not expect much. So when I say bear flag, I don't necessarily say it's going to break to the downside, but it likely remains in that pattern, painting lower highs and higher lows until you have a break of your high or a break of your low. Chainlink was looking hella crazy on the 5-minute, man. That's something. Get out of trouble, dude. Get out of the muck. Whoa. Got stopped out on that one. DOT really similar, except not doing that same pump right now. Maybe it will. Maybe it's coming. We're seeing a lot of this rounding top here. That rounding top, man. I said it earlier in the stream. I used to think that these were like bearish on a move up, but more and more I see this. You get this really ugly curvy top and it boop blops. You've probably seen this in the reverse too. It's like a failed cup. I could see that happening here with Link. There it is. Or with Link, it already happened. I can see it happening there with DOT. They're like identical. Look, you have this curvy, roundy top. Pop. You'll look at the corn. I think it's on lower time frames though. You look at the corn, you're starting to get that curvy, roundy top. I'm going to play all our music. Watch your speakers. I like this one. I need to go to a music festival. It's been years. I need to get my jams out. What's up, Emran? My guy, Emran. I think we've been live for like 2 hours now. I meant to go live for like 30 minutes. 50 Cent? It sounds like 50 Cent, doesn't it? Sounds like it. It's not.
Money machine going bird. Chairman Powell, he ain't playing, this a blur. Gotta follow the data, ain't no time to air. Watch him speak now with that Tom Crown flair. Yeah, chairman, he's the captain of the crew. Navigating through the markets, knowing what to do. Federal Reserve's in control, making moves. Keeping that money flowing so the economy can groove. Share power, making paper every hour. Share power, he got that money power. Data on his side, watch him rise and devour. Yeah, he's the chairman of the board, making moves that empower.
I wish 50 Cent would make a song for us. That'd be cool. If you missed the beginning of this stream, you should go back and watch it. It's got some good alpha. It's got some good targets, some good live trades placed. Just all the goodies. For those of you who have made it this far. Oh, also at the beginning of the stream, you're going to see something shocking, and that's not even clickbait. This is the last thing I forgot about. So you guys remember this channel? We watched this channel for so long. This channel was beautiful. All through what? October of last year, November, December. The ETF, on the ETF day, it touched the top of the channel, fell out, consolidated below, moved to the top, busted out the top of the channel. Now here we are. At the end of April, we rejected from the top of that channel after entering it. We moved just below the middle line into May, early May 5th. We rejected from the top of this channel. However, this time the middle channel held. This rally has not quite brought us to the top of that channel again, but you look at this. You look at this precision. Look at these hourly candles, dude. This was not fitted. This was not placed here to look good, which I could do. Maybe I should make a whole video of me just like catering charts to sell a point. Like, you know, what the other content creators do. Now this playing. Look at that precision, man. Bounced it. We're not quite to the top of this channel yet, but it's back in play, baby. We're back in it. If we were to repeat the ETF, maybe we dump down here into that low 50 zone. Or maybe we move back up. I don't know. But we've been live for 2 hours. I meant to go live for like 30 minutes, guys. It's beautiful outside. Professor Beans wants to go for a poop. You should check out the free trading course for beginners and advanced traders. You should join the Discord, discord.gg/TomCrown. And if you sign up with any partner in the video description below, you'll get free VIP access there, as long as, or as well as Meta Signals. I don't know, the bot may already be firing. We have a Meta Signals channel just set up today that's going to be spitting out some of their stuff for free into our Discord. Maybe it's not yet. LuxAlgo, sign up, get a risk-free month trial. And that's all, guys. We're going to be live again tomorrow. It's Friday, DGen Friday. Don't miss it. Hopefully there's more spice. I love you guys for tuning in on this off day. Oh, shout out to all the subscribers that I missed. Mugisha, I don't know. Anyone else, you're appreciated. I love you all.